Good evening, friends. I hope you and your family are safe and well. Now, friends, last lectures we already started one of the important module. And name of the module was Redemption of Preferentials. Now, under redemption of the preferentials, we studied the various things regarding the redemption. Redemption, the term redeem means what? The redeem means to repay. Redeem means the to repay. Any company can issue two class of the shares, preference shares and equity shares. All preference shares issued after 15 June 1988 have to be redeemable preference shares. Have to be redeemable preference shares. The shares issued prior to that day were required to be redeemed within 10 years from a foresaid date. There are certain legal provisions, section 55, that we have studied in the last lectures. That in that legal provisions, we know about no company limited by shares shall issue irredeemable preference shares. Company limited by shares may issue preference shares which are redeemable within 20 years. The shares must be fully paid up. It means partly paid up preference shares cannot be redeemed. Preference shares can be redeemed either out of the profits or proceeds of the fresh issue that we have studied. Now, proceeds of the fresh issue may be at par, at premium, or at discount that we have studied. Then we have studied about the whenever we have to use the divisible profit. The divisible profit will be available. Such divisible profit we can use for payment of preference shares. These things we have discussed in our last lecture. Now, friends, we are going to study journal entries, or accounting procedures of the we can say that redemption of preference shares. Now, what kind of journal entries we have to pass? What will be the journal entry we have to write? That we are going to study in this particular lecture. Now, I am sharing my screen to you. Now, accounting procedures that we will talk about today. For transactions, making call on shares. Now, friends, one thing you have to keep in mind: shares, only fully paid up shares are redeemed. It means partly paid up shares cannot be redeemed. Here, first of all, any call is unpaid or not demanded. So first of all, we should call the shares. We should call the shares. So entry will be share call account debit to share capital. Share call account debit to share capital. It means we will demanded call money to the shareholders. Those shareholders, preference shareholders, we can say that preference shareholders. Preference shareholders. So these are preference shares call account debit. Run shares call account debit. Call may be first call, final call, or sometime it may be second call. Generally final call. It is called by the share company. That time preference shares final call account debit to preference shares capital account. Then after that we have to collect the final call. Call money collected. The entry will be bank account debit. Bank account debit to preference shares final call account. Preference share final call account. This will be the entry for call money received. This is the entry for call money received from shareholders. Now, third is forfeiture of shares. Those shareholder who cannot pay call money, such shares company cancel. Such shares company can cancel. Cancellation of the shares. Forfeiture of shares means cancellation of the shares. Cancellation of shares due to non-payment of call money. Due to non-payment of call money. Whenever the preference shareholder not payment or not paid call money, that time we have to pass the entry. Entry will be share capital account debit. Share capital account debit to forfeited shares account to forfeited shares account. It's not to, it's also debited to share capital account. Cancellation of the shares due to the non-payment of the call money. Entry will be share capital account debit. Forfeited shares account debit to share capital to shares capital. This is not a shares capital. I think this particular entry is totally wrong. To share forfeited account. I just forgot the entry. To share forfeited shares account to call in errors account. See friends, whenever the company cancel the shares, that time we have to pass the entry share capital account debit to forfeited share account to calls in errors account. Now, those money which are not received, it is called as a calls in errors, or we can say that it is an unpaid call account. Calls in errors account or unpaid call account Forfeited shares account, we have to transfer those money which are received. Suppose 10 rupees is a per share value is there and company received rupees 8 8 rupees per share company received. It means 2 rupees not received. Those 2 rupees not received, we can say that it is a call seniors or unpaid call, and those amount which are received 8 rupees, it is considered as a forfeited share account. So I hope you understood the forfeited shares. Now sometime cancel share company can reissue. Cancel share company can reissue. That time entry will be share forfeited account debit. Share forfeited account debit to share forfeited account debit reissue bank account debit or to share capital account. Capital account. So see friends, the entry, what will be the entry for reissue? The reissue, again company reissue the shares. That time company collect the amount from new shareholders, the bank account debit, share forfeited account debit to share capital account. Because of the company reissue, company earn profit on reissue. Company earn profit on reissue. Whenever the company earn the profit on reissue, this profit we have to transfer to capital reserve account. Profit we have to transfer to capital reserve account. So we have to write share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. Share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. This is an entry for profit on reissue of forfeited shares. Sometime company sale of the assets. If the of assets are sold by profit and earn the profit, the entry will be bank account debit to asset account, and profit we have to transfer profit and loss account. Whenever the company sell assets with the profit, the entry will be bank account debit to assets account to profit and loss account. Sometimes assets sold at loss, entry will be bank account debit to profit and loss account debit to assets account. See friends, whenever the company sell the assets at profit, bank account debit to assets account to profit and loss account. Whenever the assets are sold at loss, entry will be bank account debit, profit and loss account debit to assets account. At the time of redemption, company can issue the shares at par, at premium, at discount. Generally, company issue new shares for the purpose of redemption of preference shares. Depending on the conditions of the issue, at par, at discount or at premium, and they will pass the entry for new issue. Sometime new issue to be new shares to be issued for the purpose of redemption of shares. Such new shares may be equity shares or preference shares. So we will pass the entry fresh issue of shares at par. Fresh issue of shares at par. So entry will be bank account debit to share capital account. Bank account debit to share capital account. At par means we have to receive face value. Now at premium, that time company received face value with premium. So bank account debit to share capital account, then to securities premium account. Premium we have to transfer to securities premium account. So bank account debit share capital account to securities premium account. Now issue at discount. Issue at discount, entry will be bank account debit to discount on issue of shares account to share capital account. So see friends, entries about the fresh issue at discount. Bank account debit to discount on issue of shares account debit. Discount, it is a loss. It is a loss. Therefore, this discount we have to show. It is not credit side, it is discount issue also debited because it is a loss. As per nominal account rule, debit all expenses losses. So bank account debit, discount on issue of shares account debit to share capital account. These are particular entry for fresh issue at discount. Now friends, we have to consider about the claim of the redemption. If the redemption at par, entry will be preference share capital account debit to preference shareholders account. So see friends, redemption at par, entry will be preference shares capital account debit to preference shareholder account. If the redemption at premium, entry will be preference share capital account debit premium on redemption of preference share account debit to preference shareholders account. So see friends, the entry regarding the redemption at premium, preference shares capital account debit premium on redemption of preference shares account debit to preference shareholders account. So here premium always debited. Premium whenever the redemption at premium, it is a loss, therefore it is debited. Then after that, providing the premium, the company can arrange the premium on redemption of the preference shares should be provided out of the profit of the company. It should be noted here that through there is no legal requirement as to be order in which the premium on redemption should be provided, but capital reserve is used for adjustment of the premium of the redemption if the capital reserve is realized in cash. So entry will be capital reserve account debit. If the capital reserve is not sufficient, that time we can use the general reserve also. The general reserve account debit. Sometimes general reserve also not sufficient, that time we can use profit and loss account. It is also debited to premium on redemption of preference share account. This is a particular entry we have to pass. Now, creating the capital redemption reserve. Creating the capital redemption reserve. Whenever we have to create capital redemption reserve, company use divisible profit either wholly or partly to effect the redemption of the preference shares. It has to transfer the nominal value of the shares redeemed out of such profit to the reserve are called capital redemption reserve. The entry will be profit and loss account debit or general reserve account debit or any revenue reserves account debit to capital redemption reserve account. Now friends, the amount to be transferred to capital redemption account can be determined with the help of the formula. It means nominal value of the preference shares minus proceeds of the fresh issue. Nominal value of the preference shares to be redeemed minus proceeds of the fresh issue. We will get capital redemption reserves amount, and such amount we will transfer. Now settlement of the claim. Settlement of the claim means the making the payment to them. It should be noted that if any amount remain unpaid to the preference shareholder, the entry should be passed by the amount actually paid. The amount unpaid, which is a liability for the company and should be disclosed under the current liabilities as a due to preference shareholders. So, claim amount paid, the entry will be preference shareholders account debit to bank account. Preference shareholders account debit to bank account. Now, dividend payable. Dividend can pay by using divisible profit. Dividend can be paid by using divisible profit. The divisible profit account debit divisible profit account debit. 2. Preference or equity dividend payable. 2. Preference or equity dividend payable account. Sometimes company issue the bonus shares from capital redemption reserve. The capital redemption reserve generally used for the purpose of issue of fully paid bonus shares. For that purpose, we have to pass two entries for declaration of bonus. For declaration of the bonus, entry will be capital redemption reserve account debit to bonus to shareholders account. Declaration of the bonus entry will be capital redemption account debit to bonus to shareholder account. And second entry for issue of bonus shares, entry will be bonus to shareholders, bonus to shareholders account debit, bonus to shareholders account debit to share capital account, share capital account. Sometimes we have to arrange the bank overdraft. Bank overdraft arrangement, we have to pass the entry. Entry will be bank account debit to bank overdraft account. Any expenses related to the fresh issue, entry will be expenses on fresh issue of shares account debit to bank account. So friends, these are the entries which are available for studying redemption of the preference shares. All these 15 entries are applicable when the specific transactions are given. Sometimes security premium can use for issue of bonus shares. Sometimes capital reserve to the extent realize the cash may be used for issue of fully paid up bonus shares. Then in the absence of the information regarding the capital reserve, it should be assumed that it is not realized as in cash. So these are the all general entries and treatment regarding the issue of shares and redemption of preference shares. So I hope you understood better manner. Any difficulty, any problem related to the any entry, you can share in our WhatsApp group, and I will rectify. I will interact with you if you have any doubt regarding the any entries and the redemption of the preferentials. Now friends, one thing you have to keep in mind, our university and the college has already decided to conduct the exam in the online mode. Exam we will conduct it online mode. It means previous semesters whatever you have studied, same way you should study right now, because we will conduct the exam in online mode, and our paper pattern is multiple choice questions. Multiple choice questions, we will ask 50 multiple choice questions. You should appear only 40 multiple choice questions, and this question 40 questions you attempted, it is converted into 100 marks. So such things you should keep in mind, and you have to start your own study of the multiple choice questions regarding our chapters. Whatever chapters we have discussed, that you have to see in your our YouTube. Again repeat these lectures, again other lectures whatever we have studied, that you should see, you have to write in your notebook, and you have to understand what kind of things are there in each and every subject. Friends, without writing, without understanding, you cannot understand the accounting. Therefore, what you have to do, you have to study hard. You have to write the notes in the notebook. You have to understand the concept, redemption, then redemption of the preferentials, what do you mean by divisional profit, what do you mean by capital redemption reserve, what are the legal provisions. All these things you have to study, then otherwise it is very difficult to understand what we studied, and it is very difficult to solve our multiple choice questions, because all multiple choice questions based on our study only. So whatever I explain, whatever I inform, whatever I give in this particular platform, you have to listen carefully, you have to study carefully, you have to write properly. Writing, understanding, acquiring the knowledge, it is a way of the study of in our online. So next month we will arrange your exam, semester 4 exam we will conduct in the month of April, and very soon we will declare timetable also. Friends, don't waste your time, don't do anything, focus on study, because it is one of the important semester. Okay, so I will stop here, we will discuss the same in our next lecture. Okay, bye, thank you.